All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash, the ones, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to your sincere Akim out there pushing the truth across the four corners of earth. All right, and I just wanted to do a follow-up to the title. All right, the video was called Lovers of Self. All right, and I kind of had this article, but the Spirit had me kind of jump on something else. But I wanted to get deep into it because, this ultimately is the hope of these people. All right, this is what everybody wants. They want all the followers, they want all the fame and the money, but they don't want, any kind of discipline or anything it takes to receive that. All right, which, here on this side in the U.S., we're not going to receive reparations, all right? And even if we did, it's not the real reparations, all right? Well, let's go back to, 2 Timothy 3:2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And it also tells you in, I believe that's Sirach, it is an easy thing for the Lord to make a man rich. All right. You got all kind of stories and stories you don't hear. People first ticket, win the lottery. Salakia. All right. So time and chance happen to every man. All right. But this truth, and this just goes to show you, mark of a novice, right? Like well, I'm gonna get to him next, but Nazariah, he's starting back. Those demons are jumping on him, and so he's trying to come with the usual con game, but everybody can see it, man. All right. So, but anywho, back to the topic at hand. I only mention him because he's one of those guys who, he did a lot of novice stuff, man, trying to be famous, trying to, do all this extra stuff. When I say extra, I mean unnecessary. All right, that stuff will get you caught up. All right, shit. They just blocked the president's Twitter. Now here it is. This is the president, man. The U.S. president who gets on there and makes statements. All right, so that's what this place is about, man. How can I become famous? How can I, what I'm saying? How can I become, get on TV? And that's what you got, man. You got a lot of people who scriptures talk about that too. They bent over and okay, they bent over and went into that space. All right, now they're under some horrible contract to continue. All right, but the minute of the Lord, man, we ain't worried about it. Okay, we ain't worried about it. We ain't worried about being famous. We ain't worried about being rich. None of that. All right, because ultimately, the first fruits of Israel, they're going to receive that anyway. All right, and Salakia, it says, just read a little more. I said, during our teenagehood, we certainly all dreamed to become famous, watching gorgeous and talented actors and actresses like Brad Pitt, Johnny Depp, Jennifer Aniston, blah, 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 blah. It said, but the reality, social. Let's jump right to the point. It said, when Mr. or Miss Nobody becomes the center of interest of millions of people, as her life takes a new turn, a new and sharp turn. All of a sudden, people inject countless money, gifts, and opportunities into their daily life. It becomes a new normal. So normal that they are slowly losing their empathy for others. There you go. There's the scriptures right there. All right, love of many shall wax cold. All right, and I'm not saying this is the exact reason. Yeah, because of TikTok, the love of many is gonna wax cold and it's gonna be sedition. No, this is just a part of that. This is a part of that is part of that descent. The makeup and all that stuff. That's a part of that. So it says, okay, it says new stars start caring about only about one person themselves. Hey, this is why the stars are falling from heaven. All right, meaning your celebrities, all your top rappers and athletes, and they going through it, man. They going through it. All right, hey, the Lord is clearing these people out. It says, and if they're not, being destroyed, they're being exposed, which is even better. It says, the pattern has been well characterized. The experts said there are four well-recognized temporal phases occurring in the celebrity's mind, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So basically that's it, man. But this is just another thing that's conditioning the minds of the people. Why I chose to do a video on this particular subject. All right. Hey, another thing too, man. Everybody's with the whole online thing, and everybody's opinion, it matters. Everybody's opinion is supposed to count. Everybody's opinion is supposed to outweigh your own. All right, which another thing that Nazariah was talking about. Look, you gotta read, and you gotta stop letting somebody else think for you. Well, it's not the brothers letting anybody think for them. You know what I'm saying? Now you have guidance through the Spirit. You have elders and apostles who are over you, but ultimately the scriptures teach you how to think for yourself. All right, gives you the guidelines on how you should pay bills, how you should run your household, how you should deal with servants, deal with your land. All right, deal with tithes and offering and all that stuff. So. Okay. Salakia. It says, 1 Timothy 3:6. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 4. Because this is about a bishop. All right, but we all want to strive for the master. You want to strive for this position. It said, one that ruleth well his own house, having his children in subjection with all gravity. All right, and that's step number one, man. You have to, they're allowing these children to be famous and setting them up to go through that process, which, you see what happens to all the Disney kids. You see how they all turn out, on drugs or, a deviant or whatever. But you gotta, the part of this truth is knowing how to rule over yourself, rule over your household. All right. It said, for if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High? Exactly. So, and this is all linked, man, because that novice spirit is out there, man. That it is, man. Look, the Lord had it where the elders, the apostles and their elders set this up, and then everything that's going on is exactly what's supposed to go on. That's just what it is. All right, it says, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil. And that's exactly what's going on. All right, you get somebody young and, maybe they are excited, but, they get that pride in them. And then, then the problems begin. All right, so and that's what ultimately with those guys, ITR. That's ultimately what happened with them. So it's just something to consider. You know what I'm saying? The social media shit, it makes everybody feel like they're famous. Everybody needs to see me. My voice matters. I am somebody. Well, really, you're not. Right? You really are not. You don't have any talents. You really don't have a lot going on for you. You know what I'm saying? You're just entertaining. But at the end of the day, with this truth, it's not just for entertainment purposes. This is for lifestyle purposes. All right, just like we just read. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Short subject. Let me see. We'll finish that out. All right, it says. Under 25 years, neuroscientists estimate that the prefrontal cortex of the brain is still in development. This region is particularly important as it builds and defines itself, blah, blah, blah. All right. This is why it's important to know, how the Lord created everything. When Esau comes with this, you can filter things, all right? Ultimately, it's your spirit, all right? And that's why you have to be born again, man, because, you've been conditioned to think certain things in your mind, and you be conditioned to think and have certain emotions and stuff. And you have to be born again, you know what I'm saying? And you have to receive the gospel into your heart, meaning your mind. All right. It says, in the true gospel too, not the other gospel, not the other Jesus. It says, Salakia, audio issues. But yeah, I'm going to close out. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Kagadash, and Shalom.